What's up, everybody? Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Another update video for you. It's been a while. Ever since COVID started, we've been just super busy. Who would have thought owning a house would be a lot of work? So all my free time is tied up in the house and the chores, and then trying to get some other projects going as well. But it's been on the 19th is a year since we've moved into this place, and I want to show you the progress of what we've done. And for those that didn't see the actual initial Facebook video of the tour of the house, I'm going to give you another tour. I think I just did bits and pieces in the last video of what we've done, but I'll point out what we've changed already. So here we go. Alright, so right now we're standing in the dining room, as you remember, and then what we've changed in here is this is my old table and two old chairs that Mama Karen gave me way back in 2010, I want to say, when I first moved into one of my apartments. And the table's held up great, really great. And then Kelly did a project on it here over the COVID break, where did like this, I don't know, kind of like a weathered, rustic, not really rustic, I guess, look on the table and chairs to refurbish them. And then to match the color of the walls, we painted the walls, the bottom and the top. And then also made this board that's basically the same as the table there, and it's weathered. She did a really good job in placing all these hooks along there to hold the drapes. That worked out really good. And then started following up with little decorations here and there. And then we actually found our neighbors were getting rid of these two chairs, so we refurbished them to look like the table and chairs as well, and it turned out pretty good. In the beginning, there was these cabinets that went out across this, and we decided to remove those, put shelves there so that you could see all the way through. And then put in a little wine rack thing. I don't know if we got any wine in there now, but no, just a lot of wine glasses. Yep, painted all the cabinets in the kitchen and the walls as well. So that's about it for the kitchen so far. We've got some other plans to do in there. Going back this way in the dining room is where our messy dogs slaughter water everywhere in their food. Here's the formal dining room. We still haven't done anything with this. This is just storage at this point still. For my fabricating company, I think I'm going to make this the storage room for fabrication supplies. We'll see what happens, but we're eventually going to go through and repaint all the walls of the house. And I think that's really all we're going to do in this room, because it's worked out pretty good, but it's all household storage there. We're going to go in here. Say hi to Ace. What's up, Ace? What's up, Ace Poo? He's got a bed right here, but he chooses to sleep right there. He usually sleeps wherever I'm sitting. He's kind of weird. So in here we've painted these walls, hung up some decorations, and that's really the only modification that we've done to this room. Since the beginning video, we kind of had these chairs just kind of sitting in here, but now I got them assembled and put where they're supposed to be, and TV there. Eventually what we're going to do is I'm going to wall mount the TV and make floating shelves and network all the cables through the wall for that, and then we'll get rid of that stand. Just some decorations up and along here, and then in here we've just put some decorations This is the entryway to the front door, as you may remember. Now into my office. This is usually a mess because when I'm in here I'm on the computer and got dog toys. Sort of keep all their dog toys and they'll come by throughout the day and grab another thing out and play with it in here. And then I keep a bed right next to the desk for them to lay on while I'm doing my thing, but the desk is obviously dirty because there's work, a lot of work to do. I got a split monitor set up, as you can see, and that's just life-saving for everything I got going on. I can multitask a lot better. And in here I fabricated, I put the PlayStation there, so if I ever get free time, usually only in the winter, I can turn on the PlayStation and it'll play through that monitor, or I can use the VR headset with the eye to the VR right there. And then the tower is too big to put in anything, so it just sits right next to it. And then I guess still a little storage. This is some decorations we have to go through, hang some more up, and dispose of what we're not going to use. Filing cabinets, and hung up my car decorations. These are all Lamborghinis. Different model Lamborghinis throughout the year. My dream car there, the Aventador. A painting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this painting in old pictures and stuff like this. This is a painting a friend Ashley had made for me back when I was in Corpus in 2014. You know, that really good painting. And then a really nice picture of the time I got to drive the Lamborghini. And broken prop. That's a different story for a different day. And then my different collection of little model cars, Lamborghinis, whatnot that I've kept throughout the years. My Snap-on collection. And the trophies from back in my bodybuilding days. Alright, let's get out of here. So the biggest thing about this house is its storage. Storage. You got two people, a lot of stuff. Don't really need to use all these other rooms for anything else besides storage. This one we're going to turn in. This one is our project room. So essentially, like any projects that we do in the house, we can come in here, set up a table, work on them in here, and then incorporate them into the house. But we put up shelving. Like up there, it's just video camera equipment and seasonal clothing, seasonal decorations are in there. We just got this from one of our neighbors that's giving this away too, so Kelly can come in here and get on that and go to town, but just more storage, just more things to put around. I think when the weather cools off later this year, we're going to have a garage sale. Get rid of a lot of this stuff I don't even know I have anymore. So we go down the hallway here, we still have the, haven't done anything with this room yet. This bathroom, this would be a second full bath for basically bedrooms 1 and 2. It's got a shower, his and her sink, so the kids don't have to fight over each other when they're in here. And I hung up painting in here, little stuff. This is our guest bedroom for now. Worked pretty good. And when we have family in town, stay in this room here. More storage. We just squirreling stuff away for now until we figure out what we want and what we don't want. There's more seasonal decorations. Eventually, when the kids come, this will all get consolidated. Probably into the project room or something, and we're gotten rid of. But it works for now. Alright, from this room now onto the master bedroom. Well, the lights off. We still have the mirror up there. Chup chup chup. Ooh, chup chup chup. Ooh, chup chup chup. Anyways, they're lazy. This is what he does all day when we're not home. About 5 o'clock, he gets active, gets up, runs around. But at night, they sleep in here. Ace will usually sleep on this one. Keno usually sleeps in that one. And then at some point in the night, Ace will get up and come over here and lay on this side of the bed. And then when we get up and leave for work, Keno gets up here and sleeps. So we've painted this room to match. It's kind of almost a similar shade of the kitchen on these walls, and then we changed this wall to blue, and we put up these two lights here. They're wall mounted. They look like they're standing up, but so the cord runs down right here. So that's about it on that one. Put up different shades. Kelly doesn't like my blackout shades, so got these slang down ones. Still a lot of light in the room, so as soon as the sun starts coming up in the morning, I'm pretty much waking up right away. I like it super dark. We're gonna change out the ceiling fans. We found out a couple fans in the house actually have remotes to turn the light on and the fan speed, and we found the remotes hiding in one of the cupboards, so now we realized we figured out which ones were which. This one doesn't have it, but we want to be able to control the fan and the light. And I was about ready to rip open into that box, put another 2 separate switches, and run another line up and over to this. But in order to get to here in the attic, we have to go all the way into the garage and then wiggle from all the way over in that corner all the way over here and then all the way down. And we just sprayed new insulation up there, so you can't find the rafters, and it's just been a big nightmare. So that'll help just to swap that fan out much easier. Still just got our closets, more storage. This is all our clothes and my dresser and just clothes. Oh, I got a new addition in here. So we haven't really changed anything as far as like paint or anything with this room, the master bath. But what I did change is in here and the closet in the master bath. So I got me a new safe. Probably seen that. I don't know if you've been watching my feed. You've probably seen it up when I was up north in Minnesota. I picked this up, scratch and dent sale. Really, the only thing wrong with it. Let's see if I can pick that up in the camera. Something hit it right here. Took a little bit of the coating off, but yep, safe place to keep all of our important documents and guns. And then surrounding it has just sheets and clothes. And I had to modify, this is like a shoe rack down here. It actually comes up off the floor. 2 inches in the front and like 6 inches at the back, but I ended up having to cut it out in order to drop this in there. So it's pretty heavy, pretty hard to get in there, and then bolted it into the floor, so it's not going anywhere. It's heavy. So we'll go out of here, and backyard's a mess. You probably remember seeing videos where we're working on the backyards, but I've neglected the backyard for a few months while we were working on everything else. But this thing we moved over from, which was over to the side of the house by the hot tub. At first was in pieces. When we first moved in, it was in pieces back in that corner where the shed now is. And then I drug that thing over, put it together, and then put it over here. Once we ripped all the hot tub, the heater and the pump and everything were sitting on this concrete pad. But so for now, Okay, this is a good place to just stand this up, but this is where I keep all the gardening supplies. And I was working on a video but lost momentum. It was kind of a long video, but I had to redo the front half of this fence in order to put a double gate in. There was no gate here originally, and the boards were all rotted and everything, so ripped all the boards out, put new 2x4s in, and I had to redo this post here. It was loose, and the concrete, there wasn't very much concrete in it, so took the concrete and the post out. Got a new post, set it in there, new concrete, so now it's strong enough to support the gate. This side, I just had to fabricate a bracket to support it to the house so it wouldn't sink, and then put the latches on there, and so that works pretty good to get the lawn tractor out. So we're gonna have a cleanup day here this next weekend, and this is all trash that's gonna go out on that community cleanup day off the wagon here. There's a old wagon. Haven't really done anything else with the backyard, but we did get, once we got the shed done, we wanted to hide the side of the shed so it wasn't so empty and bare looking. So Kelly made another little garden here. And the shed, I put a window in it just after we finished putting it up, and I put a vent on the back side so this thing stays super cool relative to outside temperature, even when it's 100 degrees out. Mainly because along the top here we put a gable vent system that runs practically the entire length, and it's watertight. It doesn't allow water back up through there that I've ever seen. So between allowing the heat out the top and the window to get some fresh air coming from the side and in front of the lawn tractor, there's a vent back there that allows air to keep moving through here, and it works amazing. So what I've done in here so far is put up a shelf along the top there, and then a shelf along the bottom that holds, it's pretty strong. It's everything I got on there so far, and looks like it needs some more supports up there, but I'm actually able to hang off of that thing with very minimal movement, and plus so all the stuff that's actually up there really is not that heavy. Got the weed whacker hanging. I'm still going to go through, I still have a pile of wood here. I'm going to make another shelf system just like the other side to run along this side here, and some corner shelves to go up along that side. There's hooks and stuff underneath there to hang cords and cables, and yeah, so we got the lawn tractor and the little tractor. It works pretty good. I got this little ramp that I made over here. Pretty inexpensive ramp ends. I don't remember how much they were, maybe 20 bucks for these. And it's got some bolts on them. It's 2x8s. So when I go to pull the tractor out, I just grab one, bring it over here, drop it, and the holes, the bolts drop into these holes, hold the ramps where they need to be every time, so I don't have to gas, and then I can just pull the tractor out and drive it back in. So this is actually kind of funny, but grungy all at the same time, just because we haven't really decided what we're going to do with this hole. It's not really hurting anything at the moment. We want to do something with it, but in the meantime, a sunflower seed somehow made its way into the hole and started to grow a sunflower. So I'm going to step down in here and show you how big this is. So standing at the base of it, this thing's almost like a corn stalk, and it is up to my neck. I don't know if you can see that. So what we're going to do is we're going to rehome this thing at some point when we go to fill in the hole, and I think what we're going to do is still going to do the fountain, put rocks around it, and put a liner in there, and then make a little pond of some sort. And then we'll rehome that somewhere. I'm not for sure what we'll do with it, but it's kind of cool that it grew on its own, and we'll kind of want to keep it alive. But I've kind of neglected back here. Everything else kind of take precedence. Next year when we do the lawn, we're going to tear up everything, so the grass I'm not really paying attention to. And it doesn't grow. I haven't, out of the 3 times I've mowed the front, I haven't had to mow the back. I'm fine with that. Got some more gardening stuff going on here. Like every day I come home, there's more gardening. I'm gonna go get some more of this rock and then fill up this area back here around where the AC is. You probably remember that in the last update video. Nothing really new. We finally painted the outside of the patio, this addition that we put on. Got that all painted. Put a little fountain up there. In here, I installed a ceiling fan out here. We're going to finish up as well with this. So we got the cover over our tiki heater. It's kind of in the corner, and then in the winter we'll pull that out, and that sets up right here where these chairs are. And eventually picnic tables and stuff will be out here as well, but here is the fan. This is the fan that Kelly's sister Erin got us for Christmas. That's a great fan. What's really cool about it is you can angle. You can probably, I don't know if you can tell it, but I have them angled out on both sides so that the air is being kicked left and right as opposed to straight down. And while I was wiring this, we already had an existing box out here. There was a light mounted just right there. Took that box out and then ran conduit up and over for the fan, and then also then it jumps off of that, continues to run over to this box in the corner where eventually I'm going to make a box for a TV that's going to mount up here in the corner. That way then when we have the picnic tables, I can put some speakers out here and watch football games out here or whatever. So it'll be a weatherproof box that we'll put up there for TV. So nothing else has changed in the front yard. I did just have to finish cutting up another big limb that fell off of a tree this last Thursday. I cut that up this morning. I took that out to the landfill and dropped that off. So now we're back into the living room through the back door. That is the update video for right now. Now I gotta get back to being busy. Today is my day off and a lot of errands to run. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching.